Hey guys, Otto here from Acquisition Partner. In today's video, what I'm going to show you is exactly how you can start an email marketing agency from scratch in less than 10 minutes. So we've got a lot to go through in this video, but first things first, what I want to show you is a snapshot of one of the clients we had in our email marketing agency in our live Stripe account. This is my live Stripe account. As you can see, I have used one of these Chrome plugins here just to blur out some of the clients, obviously their billing information and confidential details that I cannot share. But I just want to give you an idea here. Let's have a look at what this is in USD. So from this client, we were able to bill just over 40,000 US dollars for our services. And in this video, what I'm going to do is show you exactly how we did that and how we did it from scratch with no previous experience. So here what I've got is a diagram, and I'm going to show you a timeline. What I might do after this video, depending on whether you find this super valuable or not. There's a ton of information that I can include and actually share with you guys, because this is stuff that I've done time and time again. At one point in time, it was my bread and butter, so there's a lot of stuff that I've got to share that I haven't shared anywhere else. So let me know in the comments below if this video going forward is useful. Right, but jumping straight into it, first things first, we're going to start with your agency here. Okay, so don't deliberate about your agency name. Create your agency, give it a name. That's as far as you have to go with branding in the first instance. Now the second step is the most important. You need to select your niche. When talking about email marketing, all you want to do is focus on e-commerce. Now you're probably going to see videos online about how e-commerce is the worst niche to go into. For email marketing, it's pretty much the best niche and the only niche that you should be looking at with your agency. And there's a number of reasons for that. The first being is that everything e-commerce wise, when you're selling products and goods online through an e-commerce platform like Shopify, Magento, Wix, whatever it might be, being able to track sales and having access to key data is incredibly easy with those platforms. So if you are doing email marketing and you're trying to reach out to service-based businesses and try and generate interest for their brand or generate clients for them through email, unless you're doing cold outreach email services, then your offer isn't going to be that valuable to them. So stick to e-commerce and stick around to the end of this video, and I'm going to show you exactly why. Okay, so the next step here is to select your ESP. So if you don't know what an ESP is and you're thinking of starting an email marketing agency, I suggest you definitely Google it. In short, it means your email service provider. Now there's a number of different platforms and tools that you can use for your service delivery. There's ActiveCampaign, Omnisend, Drip. There's 101 different platforms. Klaviyo for e-commerce is simply the best. It's going to be the easiest to pitch and sell to your clients. And really for any e-commerce brand, not least a Shopify store, Klaviyo is the only ESP that you should be using and integrating in order to future-proof your business. So we've got our business name, we know what niche we're in, we've got our platform selected, and I'm going to include some links down below, possibly in a Google document, just so you can have quick access to all of these tools here. Now we want to focus on setup. Okay, so if you're starting from scratch, the first thing that you won't have is any social proof or clients that you've worked with. Now, when I first started, this was pretty much the case for me, but don't let the fact that you don't have clients already stop you from actually closing new clients. It doesn't have to be that way. And the way that you can do this and build social proof with an email marketing agency is do it in a visual way. Okay, so emails is something that is very visual for an e-commerce brand. If you think you're getting emails through from your brands that you signed up to get, a 5% discount from, or whatever it might be, you're going to expect to see an email back that's reflective of their, core theme, their brand, colorways, everything like that. Something that is visually attractive and engaging. Okay, so there's thousands of graphic designers that you can find online. I'll probably make a video about how to find the best graphic designer for your agency, whether you're doing Facebook ads, whatever it might be. But the best thing you can do here is quickly go onto one of these platforms like Fiverr or Upwork or People Per Hour and order some designs. Okay, give them a specific design brief. If you need a design brief, let me know. I'll see how we get to at the end of this video, and I might drop one below for you to use. So once you've got your designs ordered, you need to start focusing on hiring. Okay, so the freelancer's mentality will be that, once I get a client, that's great because that's all going to be money in my pocket. But then the reality is that you're going to have to spend all the time delivering the service. And when you're running an email agency, delivering the service is not difficult, but there is a lot of service that you have to deliver. Okay, so it's different to Facebook ads where you potentially front load a lot of the work that you're putting in. You're going to write copy and select all your targeting, create the ads. But once they're running, and then it's up to you to optimize them. With email marketing, there's a little bit more involvement than that, and that's why you need a team to back you up. But having a team does not have to be expensive, and I'm going to show you a way that you can hire your team without ever having a team before or without having any money to do so. Okay, so with an email marketing agency, we know we need a graphic designer. Okay, so do not do the designs yourself. Do not design them on Canva. A lot of agencies and freelancers will typically be doing stuff in a very unprofessional way through Canva. So find a graphic designer, and the sweet spot here for hiring is going to be around $25 USD per hour. Now you can use designers that are cheaper. You can go to Eastern European countries, Ukraine, Romania, Serbia, and you're going to find graphic designers that will be cheaper, but their work will be of a lesser quality. And the reason for that is that oftentimes they won't follow briefs, they won't understand, or their command of English won't be as good as where you can actually find other designers. So we've currently still got, but we've used a graphic designer in South America who's brilliant, and she's $25 an hour, and she's fantastic at what she does. And with an email agency, if you've got a designer that will read briefs based on your creative input and actually create super engaging designs, you're 75% of the way of keeping your clients happy. So the next step here is to set up your operations. Now very quickly, because we're already at 6.5 minutes, what you need is a CRM, you need a project management tool, and you need a way to communicate with your team and your clients. So starting on communication, just pick Slack. And when you're within Slack, create 2 channels, one for your internal team, so all of your internal dialogue goes through there. And then the second channel is everything that's client facing. Okay, so links that you might share with them, approvals that you might need, everything goes through Slack. And set this up specifically with their onboarding, that you're not going to deal with any phone calls, text messages, WhatsApps or emails. Everything gets done through Slack, so you're consolidating all of your information through one single source of truth. Okay, so here we just touched upon it briefly. CRM, Go High Level is the one we've used. There's tons of videos online about High Level. I'll include a link below to a free trial if that's something that you haven't got set up already. And in future videos, I might make some tutorials on exactly the flows and follow-up automations that we had in place for our agency. Now, in terms of project management, you're going to need an app here to actually manage every single scope item that you're going to have to carry out for the client. And then you're going to need a way for the client to not only see your designs, but actually comment directly on those. So we use a tool called Markup. Again, it's brilliant. Instead of sharing a Google Doc or a PNG file or a JPEG, whatever it might be, and then your client emails you back the amends, send them something through Markup. They're going to be able to directly click on every single element of the email that they want to change, and then your team's going to get an update on that, and the graphic designer can make those amends straight away without you getting involved. Okay, so the next step here is that you want to launch your outreach. Okay, so underneath us, what we've got under our belt is that we've got not only our agency, we've got our key members of staff in place, and we've got our sort of tech stack set up here too. Now I think I just overlooked it actually, but the second biggest key hire within an email marketing agency is what we call the full stack implementer. Okay, so what you don't want to do if you're just starting out is get a designer and get a copywriter and a technical deliverability expert. You want to find somebody who is pretty good at wearing a number of different hats. Okay, so this individual here might be quite good at writing copy. They can, at the very least, build out automations and flows within your email service provider. They can set up campaigns, and they can take care of all of the administrative tasks within the ESP of your choice, within Klaviyo. Okay. So just jumping over here very, very quickly to round this video off, what you want to do next is launch outreach. I've got videos on the channel about how you can source B2B leads through Apollo. Through Apollo, there are ways to get very granular in the types of companies that you are pinpointing for your outreach. So you can actually toggle for whether they've got Klaviyo or any other email service provider already set up on their store. And then you can set up your cold email campaigns through a tool like Instantly and get very, very personalized with your outreach based on those granular data points that you pulled out from Apollo. Okay, so moving on from the outreach, once you've got some traction, what you want to do through High Level is book what we call our double bump call framework. Okay, so what you want to start off with is a 15-minute intro call. You want to get your clients face-to-face with you, webcam on, microphone clear, and you want to get a way to basically qualify them in a very short period of time, whether you're doing it or a VA is doing it for you. From there, if they're qualified, you want to cut the call quickly, even if you've got more time to go on, and you want to book them a future demo call that's going to take between 40 and 45 minutes. On that call, you're going to go over the pitch deck, which is going to show some of the designs that you got previously made. It's going to talk about who you are and who the team is, and specifically what you will do for their business as an email agency. So if the client says yes, you send them a proposal. Within the proposal, you'll have all of your action items detailed in there with the contract. If they have declined or they're undecided, we're going to follow up with them using high level and our automations. And then once they're closed, you want to take payment and then drag all of your scope items from the proposal into your project management tool. So we use ClickUp for this. It's a great tool that you can set all of your deadlines with, manage all of your team, keep them accountable. And then from there, actually delivering the service, all you have to do is manage your designer, manage the implementer, and then from a top level strategy and idea point of view, use AI, use a tool like ChatGPT to analyze the link of the e-commerce store that you're working with, the client's website URL, and then create strategies from there. So we've just gone over slightly, guys. It's 10 minutes and 46 seconds, so I'll stop talking. But if you found interest or value from this video, like I say, there's a ton of more content and detail that I could go into at every single stage here. This is specifically because I've done this, and I've done this time and time again for many different clients in many different niches and verticals all around the world. So let me know in the comments below if you'd like another video on this. Let me know what specifically you might need some help with, whether it's hiring, whether it's setting up payments, contracts, launching outreach. Just let me know and I'll be more than happy to help. All right, guys, until the next one, we'll speak soon.